Hello there, Sam. This is Lady Silver Vixen. I'm sorry for the poor light, but I was gonna repay the favor of you doing my tarot cards for me. Now, I've been trying to teach you all that I know about tarot cards for as long as I've known you, and I think I've only ever done one reading for you, so I thought I'd go ahead and catch up on that, okay? I'm shuffling my cards now, and just in case some people who watch this don't know what type of deck I use the Fairy Wicca Tarot deck, and I know you can't see this because of the light, but you can also find it in one of my other videos. Now, a lot of you also know, if you watched my last video of a tarot reading that I did, I use a black cloth, and it's because it helps drown out any extra psychic interference that would cause for a false reading. I usually use a white candle when I'm reading another tarot reader, but because, unfortunately, I do not live in Texas, I can't sit down in front of you, Sam, and do this, so bear with me here. Okay. This is just going to be a general reading, and I'll try to get as close in on the cards as I possibly can for you. In my last video, I was working with a new style of layout that I've been trying to perfect. So that's the style that I'm going to use now for you. And just to let you know, there's going to be 2 extra cards in here, just because I felt the need that you needed a little extra information than what I would usually give to an average person because of how young you are. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shift my camera away from me and angle it down at the cards. Alright. I'm going to try to do this the best I can and get all of the cards in here, but sometimes with this laptop it is very difficult to do so. Alright, there we go. To get started, I see that you have a very dominant male figure in your life as well as a dominant male. Now, this dominant male figure could be any male in your life that holds true to being dominant, such as your father or somebody who's older than you that is a male that you look up to highly. Here he is. Also, I understand from what the cards are showing me that there are some minor money troubles in your family at the moment. But don't worry about that because everything's going to balance out. It also shows where you have been progressive with the tarot cards, that you're strengthening yourself and your mind by doing so, and that you are becoming a stronger individual. It does show that there's a lot of issues currently. I'm not sure if it's related to school or not, but it does show that there are complications where people seem to be nitpicking at you. Now, I understand that you go to a Christian school and you're a Wiccan, and that's a really hard thing to be in a school like that. But it does show that you do have an ally in the school, and she's a female. It could be a teacher, it could be a counselor, or it could just be a very strong-willed, dominant female that you're very close to. She gives you guidance when you need it, she backs you up when you need it, and she seems to be very level-headed. and she helps keep you down to earth. You do struggle when you're trying to say certain things. I have noticed that, and the cards don't have to tell me that in order for me to know this. Everybody gets nervous, so don't worry about that. It'll eventually pass, and your communication skills will grow. Your emotions seem to be kind of jumbled but stable. You also see that come across as you're confused about something. You're questioning yourself. I don't know if you're questioning your abilities as a tarot reader, if you're questioning your abilities as a spellcaster, or if you're just questioning your abilities in school, but you are questioning yourself. However, this questioning does come with an answer. You will find the answers that you seek, okay? And you're going to find them within yourself. One of the things I don't usually tell a whole lot of people is that my cards glow, and I know you can't see this on the webcam, but you have several cards in this layout that are glowing right now. The card that I showed originally is glowing. The female that I discussed, she was glowing. And this card here is the most prominent card that is currently glowing for you. Okay, it's the Holy Stone. It is one of the 4 fairy gifts. And since I have a few minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the exact terms for this gift. The Holy Stone is also known as the Apprentice Stone. It's connected to the Now, the Fairy Faith, and the Fairy Allies. If the Holy Stone card is pulled, your journey will begin in your apprenticeship into the next world. Also, Fairy Ally will help one understand symbols, codes, or puzzles that may be encountered when traveling in the other world. So that's how I found out that your questions will be answered. Okay? It may take a little time, but they will be answered. And I'm sorry this isn't as in-depth as what I usually go, but because you are still growing and you are still a child, your cards change very rapidly, unlike that of an adult. I wanted to make that very clear. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be talking to you soon, I hope. Fair blessings be with you soon.